Well, hello all you miniatures lovers on the interwebs. I'm Dakian, it's a Monday, and I'm here to ramble about miniatures. It is in fact Monday the something or other. It's the 6th of September, actually, 2021. And yeah, another month ticking over. Let's see what this leads to. So far, it's led to finishing these 9 deep ones from the Strange Aeons line. Now, they are very, very roughly speed painted because, you know, there's not a lot to them, to the sculpts. Some of them are a bit fun. They're fun ideas. The execution is a bit slapdash at times. So I didn't spend too much time on them. A lot of it is actually contrast paints. But these are all, except for the big one here. This one is a giant, naked, deep one. All the others are dressed, and a lot of them seem to be hybrids. Like this is clearly a hybrid who's still mostly human in shape. Just has a fish head. And there's a bunch of others like that, and others are mostly evolved into deep ones, but they're still kind of trying to disguise themselves in some sort of cloaks or robes, or this looks like a toga. And here's another cloak, and of course the one in the wheelchair, as I mentioned before, all swaddled up, the hat over him, or it, not sure what it is. Yeah, not a big deal, but they are done, and it's always something to add to the finished pile. So let's see what else is happening. So I also finished the strays from last week. We have the Perdita and her avatar. Kind of, I went with the pale blues color scheme that is in the artwork. I hope that the browns and reds and golds and yellows and the blacks on Perdita herself and on the saddle break up that monotony enough to make it interesting looking. And we have this sort of steampunk diver from Bombshell Miniatures, a Bombshell Babe, which again I followed the artwork as regards colors on her pretty exactly, I think. And I got the green metallic effect, I think, also relatively well. You know, looks okay. Well, yeah, so rather a good haul this week of finished stuff, I think. Here we have all the new people ready for painting. Prepped, based, and primed, and they're all mostly on resin basis from what's this company that I buy them from, Micro Art Studios, except Scooby here. I made the texture on this base myself because, well, for technical reasons. Now, primed them all in a relatively light. This is Desert Tan from Reaper Surface Primer. Even though in some cases, like this fully armored warrior, you know, she could have been primed a darker color, but you know, it's easier to do everything in one primer than change between primers in the same batch. I'll just undercoat in black, a thin black. That'll be easy enough. Same thing with this dude, Lord Mort. And yeah, no, I love Kev's sculpting. These are all hassle-free minis, and the reason I like hassle-free is they have the same sculptor for basically all their minis, like 99.9% of them, and he just does amazing work. I love everything he's ever sculpted. He's so good. I really don't want to paint anything else now that I think about it. I wonder why I buy other companies' stuff. The reason being that because hassle-free only has one sculptor, their possible output is limited. They cannot possibly produce all the figures, all the different kinds of models I want. So I have to buy from other companies occasionally. But anyway, I'll get right started on these. Okay, so something really big arrived this week. The ReaperCon 2021 Mega Bundle, which is a promotional, well, bundle of, well, you can see if we open this up. There's some more boxes. There are actually 3 different promotional sets of items plus some bonuses. So let me lift these out off camera. Let's start with the bonuses. So these are a number of metal models, and these are simply the models you get for every time you place an order on the Reaper website, and you pass a certain amount, you get some bonus stuff for each iteration of a certain amount of money. Now, and this is also the only mistake they made. The ones that I actually clicked in that I wanted, out of those, only this one, Jake Ryan, actually arrived. The rest are just some random stuff. Presumably they hadn't counted on so many people ordering stuff and they ran out of stock. Doesn't really matter because the selection of stuff you could choose from was random to begin with, and I wasn't particularly attached to any of those choices. And seemingly to compensate me for it, they added an extra mini. Of course, it's a double. It's 2 copies of one model. I should have gotten 5 minis, and I got 6, out of which 1 is a duplicate. So, whatever. Next up is some Reaper Bones. These 3 are actually the promo minis for 3 months, for June, July, and August of Bones USA, and they're all mostly wizards. These 2 set models are the extra bonuses you got if you ordered the Mega Bundle, if you ordered all 3 of the swag boxes. So these are all present and accounted for. Now this little box is the set called simply the 2021 swag box, and I opened it from the bottom. And what does it include? Well, it includes a notebook, maybe for writing stuff about miniature painting. It includes a mug. Now each of the boxes includes a mug like this. I don't know if it's intended to be like a water cup for washing your brushes, or if it's a cup to drink from. I think it's a little big to be a water cup. On the other hand, this lid is a little odd. I don't know. It just seems strange construction, but never mind. Not a big deal. We have some minis. We have one metal mini, the RC 2021 Shipwreck Sophie. So this is the special version of Sophie the Succubus for this particular ReaperCon event. We have more minis. We have the Pirate Mouselings in Bones. We have a Dragonfolk Pirate Captain. There is a Sorceress, just a random Sorceress. We have some paints, the Swag Bag Triad, which I don't know exactly what they are. They seem to be metallic paints. Another paint set, the Dark Reach. It's called the Paint Fast Palette. It's not actually a palette, it's a set of paints. And a ballpoint pen with
some sort of Reapercon branding on it. And, well, that's that box.
Next, let's look at the Brinewind box, 2021 edition. And Brinewind, this seems to be a theme that recurs in the Reapercons. I'm not sure exactly what it's about. It seems to be some sort of village for their lore. I'm not sure. Anyway, maybe if I read this, it'll tell me. A Landlubber's Guide to the Savage Coast, which seems to be some sort of world guide. Description of stuff. Hopefully it'll be interesting. We have a map. A gridded 1-inch map, which seems to be of a seaside town of some sort. So that's interesting. We have another cup. This one green. I think they're marked with various factions in this game world. We have a water bottle. Branded Reaper. A patch for the Brinewind Spearfishing Club. More paints. The Dungeon Dwellers Adventure Colors paint sets. Oh, well, we have various minis. We have some stickers. Yeah, not important. I'm not gonna show you all of these. What are the minis? Well, we have Build a Pirate 3. So these, I think, is supposed to be a kit we can build 3 different pirates in different ways with different options, which is interesting. We have Hawthorne, Crab, and Puppets, which is a dude and some small, maybe golems, animated dolls of some sort. Captain Barty Red, who is, well, a pirate. You can guess the theme here. Hackle Blackhook the Knoll Pirates, continue with pirate theme. Zombie Pirates, 3 of them. And finally, the Drunken Mermaid, which I'm not sure is supposed to be an actual mermaid or if it's just like a statue or a figurehead or something. She seems to be tied to an anchor, but also sitting on a pole on a dock. So, not sure, but anyway, and
that's
the
it.
last of the 3 parts of the bundle is the Hobby Box, the 2021 edition. Let's see what they feel that the hobby needs. Well, it clearly needs yet another cup. Is this the same one as? Yeah, Storm Chasers, the blue one. I already had that one, so I got 2 copies of that one. In case anybody wants to swap collectibles. We have a hobby holder, which is not made by Reaper. This seems to be something they bought from some other company, which is one of these ideas for a paint holder sort of clip. I've got several versions of these from different companies. Be interesting to test them out. We have a brush holder, which I suppose means a brush stand that you assemble somehow. That's interesting. I'll have to look at that. A minion called the Champion of Merciluth. Now, Merciluth seems to be some sort of sea deity in this world setting that they've contrived. We have one of those paint pokey tools. This one with a pirate theme. Because the normal Reaper paint pokey tool, the one for clearing clogged paint bottles, is just a basic skull. This one has a pirate theme to it as well. Now, more paints, of course. Another set, the Gloom and Grave palette, with names like Vampire Pallor and Necromancer Purple. This, I've actually checked. It's a bunch of brushes. Here,
It's a collection of these. This one didn't fit in the box apparently. I think all different sizes of this. I forget what this series is called, but it's the one with red handles. I believe that's the synthetic brushes. Could be wrong. And finally, this little box actually it contains this large scale icosahedron, a D20, animated with a pirate theme. The latest Kickstarter included some or was the one before that? I don't remember. They have a set of these polyhedron miniatures in just normal 28mm size. But this is a huge display model. So, and the sword, I'm not sure if this, it looks like this broke off during transport, but it's big, so it's easy enough to pin on and fix that. I'm not going to get around to painting this straight away because it's a project that will take a long time for a single mini, and that's not good for my statistics this year. So what will I do out of this? Well, like I said, I'm going to put this one to one side for a moment. I'm probably the metal minis I'm putting in my to-do box for some time in the future, but I'm gonna get on the bones minis, most of them, I think. There's a lot of them, and too many for just 1 week of projects, but I'll pick out like 10 or so and start prepping them for next week. And that'll be my next lineup of things to paint. And yeah, that was it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And also subscribe if you haven't done so before. Comment what you thought was especially interesting. And join me here again in a week from today. Same day of the week, same channel, same Dakia. Who's now signing off.